Good evening, good people. This is communication student Andre Payne. Today we're going to be discussing a cultural perspective of where I'm from, a cultural belief system. Not so much a cultural belief system, but like just a culture that I've been exposed to that I don't belong to. And this happened in 2023 on a trip to Bahamas and Nassau. I visit Nassau, Bahamas for a vacation blog with my mother and my oldest sister. And we had got a chance to meet some very good Bahamian fellows. They were very nice, they were very friendly. The first guy that introduced himself started with a word phrase called hello. As we know it, if we're from here in Baltimore, we always say hi and hello because hi just is spelled H-I, right? And hello is spelled H-E-L-L-O. But the way that they say it have like a fluent accent, which is like the way that they say hello, it'll be like a W at the end of the letter O. So that kind of like drifts off this to when their cultural perspectives are slightly different from us because the dialogues that they use are similar to English, but not like completely fully English. So this right here I thought was really interesting because it's so crucial that we be mindful of like our perspectives and how we observe different people. It's a freaking bird. It's crucial to how we be mindful of our perspectives to where as though like if we observe somebody that like doesn't do like similar things that we're like normally familiar with, that person may just feel like isolated or just don't fit in or just sort of like an outsider. So we should always be mindful of our perspectives and how we observe certain things because us as human beings, we all are considered equal no matter where our cultures or where our inheritance is from. So we just got to be mindful of our perspectives. We just got to be mindful of our perspectives to ensure that pure satisfaction that we have in each other. Now, Bahamians, they have a mixture. They have a mixture. They have a mixture of like African and like sort of like British, traditions mixed with them. So most of the stuff that they do comes from like very like a parade like concept, a very creative concept. Okay. Because British has a lot of terminology with figurative words that they use, like for example, let's just say Some of the things that British people say are like rubbish, fancy, pissed, biscuit, boo, mate, cheers, nectar. And it's because of those influences that Bahamians it's because of those influences that the Bahamians had with those like other cultural perspectives in other nations as to why they pronounce certain words in their formal way. But like on our side, as like typically in the U.S. Yes, well, most of the times in the U.S. we have English mapped all the way out. We have we have literature as well as like classes in like grammar to help us pronounce like certain words correctly as a like the highest popularity of language that's used overall. And the U.S. uses English as like the top popular English overall. So even though in different countries like Bahamas, referring back to Bahamas and how they say certain things that's like almost close to English, all goes back to their cultural perspectives. So when it comes to history and language, we also got to be mindful that when we be mindful of our perspectives, it opens up more doors and more gains for growth as to when we explore different parts of the world, even some more parts in the U.S. or even some more parts that are not in the U.S. You share those cultural perspectives, so that way people sort of know what not to do the same always, but just do just slightly differently just to ensure satisfaction. So even when even if we know that what they're doing is not familiar to what we do, keep in mind and then just always correct what's done here versus than what they are used to. Not saying that they have to change who they are, but just look at their cultural, be mindful of their cultural perspectives.